Okay, today we're going to be making spun sugar. Spun sugar is a wonderful decoration that you can use for a lot of classic pastry dishes and various things. And it's a great way for us to talk about caramelization and crystallization of sugar. First and foremost, the most important thing when it comes to creating a spun sugar is having all of your mise en place in place. And what you wear is no exception. Very important. Let me see if I can get that down so you can see my feet. I have covered my feet completely. First time I made this, I was about 17 years old in my mom's kitchen, and I was barefoot, and it was around Christmas, and I burned my feet like crazy. So protect your body, lower half down especially. And then it's also important to have all of your mise en place ready to go for this recipe, because we're working with something that is temperature and time sensitive, and you don't want to be running across the kitchen trying to find pieces of equipment or ingredients while you're trying to put it together. Okay, so what we've got here as far as ingredients go, 2.5 cups of white sugar, 1/2 cup of light corn syrup, and 1/2 cup of water. And I've got a medium saucepan, and I'm going to be using a candy thermometer because I have one. I find them a little bit easier to use in situations like this, but you can by all means use a digital probe thermometer or a standard thermometer as well. They will work just as well. You'll just be doing this a little bit more, checking back and forth. In addition to that, we have our parchment paper and a wooden spoon ready to go for when it is time to spin the sugar. I've got a bowl of cool water right here because I'm going to be taking the sugar mixture up to 300 degrees and bringing it back down to 275. We're going to be taking it up to 300, which is the temperature just between the soft crack and hard crack stages. And then we're going to cool it back down so that it thickens up a little bit. And when we spin it, it will actually form threads. I've got a spoon here just to mix my mixture together. And then I also have, while I left this over here, let me grab that. One of our most important, probably our most important piece of equipment here, a pastry brush with some water. If you don't have a pastry brush, you can use a fork wrapped in some paper towel, and that works just as well. We're going to be using this to wipe down the sides of our pan for crystallization, to prevent that crystallization. So we'll go ahead and get this mixed together, our water, sugar, and our light corn syrup. Now, I don't want to mix this together too much because I don't want to kick the mixture up onto the sides of the pan too much, because then it will come into contact with higher heat and be more likely to crystallize. So I'm just going to give it really a quick, small mixture here. I'm trying to avoid too much buildup on the sides of the pans. And I'm going to take this over here. And I'm going to put it on a fairly low heat just because I have such a powerful range. Your ranges at home are not going to probably be this powerful unless you have a commercial stove in your kitchen. So I will need to be careful with my heat. You might need to have a higher heat on your stove. And again, we're trying to watch out for that crystallization. We're going to be taking this up to 300 degrees. And I will see you shortly.